Alright, let me post this. I meant to post the link. I didn't do that. Let's see. Yikes. Yikes.
What up, y'all?
What up,
What's
though?
So what y'all talking about? What's the topic, y'all?
We ain't even starting now.
We're starting now.
I just joined the league, though. Nice.
Try to make this nice, quick.
Oh, this league you can't put up more than 55 points.
Against a user?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not stupid.
I don't like leagues like that.
Yeah, that's. So what if it's a shootout?
I don't know. He said the first to reach 55 wins the game. Then
What?
that's. Look, I'm gonna show you the rules. Like I'm gonna copy the image to Ben's chat. Like
That's dumb. He said he wanted to go pay his rent, so I mean, how long is...
he said back in 10 minutes. He good.
Okay.
I'm looking for another leagues.
Okay, why is this 50 Cent gangster thing popping up?
Looking for a year 3 or year 4 leagues.
Yo, yeah, the other day I played the dude, and I'm not gonna lie, it was one dude, he just was way better than me. First time I ever seen that dude was just exposing me.
So if you up,
No
if you up,
cheating and nothing.
if you up 21 and close to 55, you have to end the game or you'll face a suspension? Wow.
I'm not gonna join that league. I'm gonna try to find something better.
Alright, well. Let me start this thing. Is Sam on the mic or he not? He can...
Sam not on the mic, but he said he'd be back soon too. What up, though?
Alright, I think yours should be good. Oh, alright. Shut my door. Okay. Alright, welcome to the podcast. This podcast is week 14 of year 3. We're closing in on year 3. On our way to year 4. It's the playoff stretch. Most divisions are either decided, or the playoff picture for the most part is basically decided. The only division in the AFC right now that has a big question mark to it is the AFC North. The Steelers are 8-5. The Ravens are 6-7. The Browns are 6-7, and the Snowhawks are 4-8. The Snowhawks are officially eliminated from the playoffs as of this week. After Steelers went over the New Orleans Saints. The AFC North is a division that has found itself struggling against the AFC West and the NFC North for the most part. The Steelers 8-5. I mean, the record doesn't show how bad each team really played, except for the Ravens and the Browns. The Ravens can still win the division with a win over the Carolina Panthers, the Falcons, and the Browns. And the Steelers losing to the Browns, the Oilers, and or the Orbits. The Browns... Okay, we'll see. The Browns can win the division by beating the Steelers and winning out, hoping that the Steelers lose to either the Orbits or the... either the Orbits or the other team. I'm not calling them name because that's that. I can't say that name right now. The Ravens were brutally demolished by the Oilers user who's officially eliminated from the playoffs regardless of what happens. This will be the third year. The second year that he misses the playoffs. The Oilers had the best winning percentage ending the last league that they had, but now he's towards the bottom. He's in the party, but I'm not sure if he'll speak up to defend himself. The AFC East, for the most part, is obviously locked in by the Beaches Jets. They're 10-3 right now. They're known for being a team that start off 1-5, 2-4. But he started off quick this year with the addition of Le'Veon Bell. Shout out to Steelers for that trade. And so he can be a threat in the AFC playoffs. Go to the AFC North real quick to get our little predictions on that. The Steelers user is in the party. He'll speak on his team and All right, Yuri. You play the Saints this week. You played them in the snow game. I think the score ended 10-3. 10-3 was the final score, right? What was this? 9-3. Because it was a safety at the end, right?
Yeah.
It was a snow game, so it was obviously messy. But you play the Oilers, who is just want to make everyone's life miserable, and then you play the Browns. I mean, so you think you? In fact, how good do you think the Browns are matching up against you?
Well, might be a different game. I switched out my gameplay since we last played. He blew me out 0-17. I changed up my defense. Have a different game plan, so we'll see how it is. I think we're evenly matched up.
Okay.
I lead 3-2, so we'll see how that goes.
All right, and then you got the Oilers next week, who stomped the Ravens, dragged them all the way under 500. So I mean, how do you plan the game plan against the Oilers? You gave the Oilers Antonio Brown. Shout out to you for that trade as well. He has Amari Cooper and Antonio Brown, which means he can play throw up catch with wide receivers, and they'll catch it. So I mean,
I've never played against them. I haven't seen any of his tape, so I don't know what to expect. So we'll go in, do work, and hopefully come out with a win.
Okay. So who wins this division? You think you got it?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Hold my own.
In fact, I think if the Steelers win this division, this will be the first division in 3 seasons to have a different winner every season. The AFC South, the Colts are defending champs. They're 13-0. I don't know if anyone in the AFC will be able to stop them. The Texans are 9-4. They've proven time and time again that they can get it done in the regular season. The playoffs, however, is a big question mark. I think he's 0-2 in the last 2 seasons in the playoffs. But I mean, this goes out to Ben. Who's stopping the Colts in the AFC?
So who's stopping the Colts in the AFC?
Yeah, who's stopping them?
I'm not gonna lie, the AFC, I think they all could beat each other. There's not one dominant use. I mean, obviously, Jay Record proves that he's having a better season. Plus, he just came off the Super Bowl. But I don't think he's better than Bill or Farrell or anyone in the AFC to just say, all right, we know he's gonna win that game. I think every team that makes the playoffs in the AFC is capable of going to the next round.
Okay. The Texans are 9-4, so the Colts won the division for the second year in a row. So we'll see how that goes next year. Next division is the AFC East. The Patriots user, we have a new Patriots user into the league. We have the Bills user is the same Bills user. The Dolphins user can fight his way to 500 or over 500 this season, depending on how the season ends. I think in the first 3 seasons he's improving somehow, some way. But we'll see how that ends. Beaches. I mean, is he only winning this division because there is no competition? When there was Pierce in the league, he wasn't winning. Pierce in that division, he wasn't winning that division. Or is it that the Jets are just a bad team to start off with and have to build it? I don't necessarily know who in the AFC East can put competition towards the Jets. But I'll leave this division at that simply because, I mean, he won the division by a landslide. Over to the division that swept me this season. The AFC West. The Beats, the Thunderbirds, the Oilers, and the Chargers. The Beats are 12-1. They won the division last year, I believe so. They didn't go far in the playoffs at all. But when speaking to him, he claims somewhat that this year it will change. So, as Pharaoh, what's going on in your division? I think 2 or 3 years back to back, you made the playoffs, but you're not winning the division. But you've been going the furthest out of everyone in your division. So you okay? You find it more comfortable not having a bye week, or do you find you like it? You rather have the bye week and lock it in?
Honestly, I take that into consideration. I don't really care about winning the division. As long as I get into the playoffs, one game at a time. It's, to be honest, I play everybody in the division pretty much. Shit, it's not an easy division to win, so I feel it keeps getting better at the end of the day. So, shout out to Bill for winning the division. So, see how far he go this year, and hopefully I go further than him and further than anybody else.
Yeah. The NFC North is my new favorite division. I like this division now. There's finally competition like it was in the first league. The Packers have came out on fire this season. The Bears are still leading the division. They're 8-4, and I believe they get a force over the Dolphins bowl. So he'll be 9-4 after this week. The Packers and the Bears, obviously, I think are the two opponents who probably will win the division. One of them. The Vikings may slide in, but I doubt they slide into playoffs with the. In fact, let me see. In fact, the Eagles user can make a move and make it to the playoffs. Yeah. So, I'm only assuming that the NFC North will only send the Bears and the Packers. The Vikings and the Lions, I think, are done for the year. But the Vikings have a number 1 pick coming up. Not number 1 pick, a first round pick from the Ravens coming up. Shout out to him for that trade. So, that division is that. The NFC South, Reese supposed to be on here, but I guess whatever he's doing. The NFC South is dangerously close. Bone has snuck up on the entire division. The Falcons, obviously, I think for the 3rd year are up in the mix in the division. The Saints are 6-7. But the Panthers and the Falcons both play Baltimore soon, so hopefully we can even out things for the Saints. But nevertheless, the Falcons' wide receiver core totally demolished the Saints' defense. So I'm gonna ask Yuri only because we haven't really played this division yet. Who you think wins this division? Out of Falcons, the Saints, and the Panthers? It's Reese, Spivey, and his Bone.
The Falcons can get his offense going. He takes the division.
So you think he wins off offense?
Off offense, he's got OBJ, Bryant, Freeman.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of weapons. He can make it happen.
Yeah.
It's up to him. He beat the shit out of me, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Saints are gonna win, only because I don't necessarily know if I think the Saints and the Falcons play one more time, and I can't see one being swept over the other. But for some reason, I think I can see the Saints maybe winning this division.
Honestly, it sucks to say. Sorry, Reese. Spivey, I got your first round. As much as I want you to lose, but I can't see Spivey losing this division again. I don't even know if he lost it last year.
I think he did. I think the Saints won last year, I believe. Okay, here we go. That's the division I want. I need Ben on the mic. This is the NFC East. This division right here. I've been waiting on seeing Pierce versus Ben, but unfortunately, I have yet to see a stream in the league.
Pierce wasn't gonna win anyway, but okay.
I mean, I just like the rivalry. I'm not feeding into who winning, but Pierce is in the playoff picture. I don't know how many games he's missed, because I think you missed 3 games. You can't play in the playoffs. So
I mean, I definitely wanted to play Pierce. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to play him. Win or lose, I'm actually disappointed. He had the season he had. Like, he's 6-6. I definitely wanted to be neck and neck with him in terms of the division lead. You know, I wanted another division like when it was me, Chris, Swag, and Jay. You know, I wanted that. You know, that's what we build for, to definitely try to get the best division possible and try to get the best games. And the fact that he's 6-6, you know, if he make the playoffs, it would just add to the competition in the playoffs. But I don't think he deserved to go to the playoffs. You know, if he go to the playoffs, it's gonna be because, you know, we just had a bad conference overall, and we had room for another user, you know, who didn't deserve to be there. I don't think he deserved to be in the playoffs. He may slip in, and they're just gonna add to the competition. That's all.
well, see, I mean, all fairness to him though, he started off with the Eagles, so I'm gonna give him a little break, only because I feel like he needs to find himself another Mariota to win. I told Pierce I don't think he can win with a quarterback not Mariota style or not Tyrod Taylor style. And with that defense, I don't know necessarily how he's expected to win. I think the last couple seasons the Eagles picks were gone. So I mean, I don't know, but the Giants, I mean, I think the competition going to come to your division. I think it'll take until like year 4, year 5 though, in all reality.
I definitely think he got the stick. But at the end of the day, it was his fault. He left.
Yeah.
He fell.
Yeah.
And came back. And the reason I don't really understand.
Hey, is his mic low or is it just me?
No, I can hear Ben perfectly.
No, I can hear him. Yeah.
Okay, it might just be me. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that turns out, only because I don't know how... I want to see how the NFC playoff picture pans out, and then we can... we'll have another podcast before that. The NFC West has the Rams division, who's 11-1, the Seahawks, who's 7-5, the 49ers, who's 5-7.
I'm sorry. I would like to announce that I have swept that division, by the way.
You swept it. Let me see.
Fox, you was up, Fox. You was the lighter one, the lightest of them all, bro. Told you, us Thunderbirds was charged up.
Well, I don't know. The NFC will be interesting this year, only because the 49ers are once again out of the playoffs, but the Seahawks can make it. And the Seahawks, from what I've been told, is familiar with beating the Rams. Or not beating, putting up a close game against the Rams. I mean, the Rams coming for revenge, but I don't think nobody in the NFC want to see him win. But I'll be interested in seeing the Pierce versus Fox matchup, because I think I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Eagles have to play anybody in the NFC South, they gonna win right off the bat. Right off the bat.
Nah, that's wrong.
I just.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that as a wrong one because of Pierce his team. People have to really understand. Madden is gonna incorporate some Madden-like features, and Spivey team. If he just plays Spivey team is gonna just outplay his team regardless because the fact that Spivey team. Reese is, in my eyes, Reese can beat Piercer. But that I think Reese and probably
Piercer beat Falcons early this season.
But it's a different environment in playoffs, and I promise you, Piercer team can't hang with a lot of teams. And I think only team that can really hang with for playoff teams are the Saints and the Panthers.
I mean. Wait, Ben must have muted me instead of muting the person with the noise.
Yeah.
I can hear him. I can't hear him. I can hear him through somebody's mic, but it's saying that he's not talking unless it's just me.
Oh, it's probably a NAT type issue.
No, it's not. I can. It's like a little speaker with a little arrow over top of it. What does that mean? Can you?
It's not talking. We good, yeah, because it's Ben and Kai. It's a NAT type. It's just.
All right, hold on. Don't leave the party. Hold up. Alright, I should be good. Alright, now I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
It was more of like when people play Piercer, they already know he perfected that defense he played. So they play playing soft because they not happy how they play. So I think he got that almost every game.
Yeah. I mean, I've learned from him that he loves people hating how he played though, because what happens is when people don't want to play you, they feel like they already lost, so they're gonna give up. And so when he goes in and play, he don't really have a quarterback that he can use as like a, how can I say it? He don't have a quarterback that he really has that. He don't have that Mariota or that Tyrod Taylor that he needs. So that's his first cripple. His offensive line is terrible. So I mean, I don't know. I'll give him one off season to get it right. But for the most part, from what I understand, he ain't got no money. So we'll see how that pans out.
I'm not gonna be unfair on the players captain or anything like that, but I just think people they come into the play and like you'll go play with it like other people come before. And when you don't need it, you get frustrated real quick instead of playing a regular game.
Well, no, I learned. But I think what people don't fail to realize, I've never beaten Piercer, but I put up a lot of close games, is when you come into the game, you're not going to beat him trying to put up more points than him. I don't think somebody can beat Piercer coming out in 5 wide. I think it will never work. But I think if you run the ball and you time and you game manage, you can beat him. But besides that, I can't see nobody really beat him. So I think maybe, but I just think the Falcons' offense is too fire to beat Pierce, because all he's gonna do is throw deep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Quick question: what do y'all think about the Bears or the Packers? Because these are the two teams that's going into the playoffs, I think, under the radar.
I think the Packers is someone about the Packers and I'm not gonna lie, he's in a way where I can't say, alright, I know what I'm doing this and that's gonna be, and I didn't know what was going on. Like he's at skilled, and that's one I see the Bears beat him. So I guess it was that the Bears is a better matchup. But as far as Bears in the playoffs, Die Hard, he actually got better, but he had set plays every week. And when those plays don't work, I don't think he's very good at adjusting.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what the Packers can do because I heard he was a really, really good user.
One thing I can
But
say
he has an
about
easy
Die
schedule
Hard,
this year.
I'm not throwing shots at Tad or nothing, but I feel like Die Hard is the NFC one and done. He gets there and can never dance when he dance when it's time to dance.
Yeah, I mean,
I played Tad.
Go ahead.
I played Tad, and when I played him, I was expecting so much more. That was one of the things. I'm not, like you said, I'm not saying a shot, but that was one of the easiest games I played. He did this so and never was nothing creative. I just put the bad food on Fuller and I made some and the game was over. And mine scored because of the crazy catch of options. So it wasn't like I played like that. That's too easy.
But see,
I see why he goes, one and done or don't go far. That's a very easy thing. He don't come aboard for it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I think the problem with Tad is, though, it's not that he cracks under pressure necessarily. It's just that if Fuller ain't wide open, I don't think that he can win. I learned from a lot of people in the league that the people that win the most are the people that can adjust in the second half from what happened in the first half. And there's only a few people that can do that. It's the same token as like there's only a few people in the league that you can give the ball to with 2 minutes left, where they got to go down the field and score a touchdown. So I mean, I guess to go to the playoffs, you got to have some type of clutch trait within you.
What do you think? How do you think you're gonna look going forward?
I don't know. I regret getting rid of my team after year one. I got rid of Suggs, Dermerville, and everybody all in 1 year. But now I regret it because I should have made sure I had a replacement for them. And what happens is I find myself in a lot of situations where 1 week I'm putting up a fight, the next week I get brutalized. But I've made a personal decision after last week to cut Joe after the end of the season. I'm going to run with A.J. McCarron and Teddy Bridgewater because when I don't have Flacco, I run the ball. When Flacco's in the game, I don't run the ball. So, I mean, I think I'll be fine. I think the whole entire division is going to find themselves good next year. We play the AFC East and the NFC West. So, after this brutal schedule they didn't give us this year, I think next year we can lay back. But the Steelers got 2 big games. He got the Oilers and then he got the Browns. So he got to make it. He got to make it work because the Browns can take the division back, and I'm sure that's not what Pittsburgh wants. So. So Yuri got to make sure that he do his part. But he picked up a big win against the Saints. What'd you say?
Who? I wanted to see what Bill thought he was about to this season. Who?
You.
Oh, me. I'm looking to see the Super Bowl, man. Looking forward to it.
Well, you know.
Setting high standards.
Bill, Farrell, Jay.
Yeah, that's the MVP. That's the race to the MVP 3.
That's the problem, man.
And that's the thing. Both of them, they have very like the best user on paper and not the division spots. We're not the bigger conference because of the record, the Super Bowl going into this the new season. So 5 teams. I mean, like the best user not the division is someone that very beautiful. by anyone. They say to me, I'm very beatable by anyone. And if the AFC got users that are really, really good, really tough to beat.
No, I mean, I look deeper than that, though. I feel like everybody's going to get to the point where they know how this person plays. It's about what can you do to beat it. We 3 years into this league. So, like Bone, next week, we were in the same division at one point, so I know exactly how he plays. You know, and hopefully at one point, I'll get, hopefully at one point I'll be able to, you know, put up a fight again, but I don't want, I mean, you know, it's making year one look like a true fluke. But I mean, in all reality, I got rid of my whole entire team after year one.
What I miss after I left?
But we're gonna make it work out. I mean, the user I'm looking forward to next year is the Snowhawks, because I think that'll be the first year he finishes over 500.
Him?
Yes, because we play the AFC East. I can't really see the AFC East. Maybe Beaches will be the only one that beat him. Maybe, give or take. The NFC West, I think for the most part, might put a beating, but you know, call us trash, call us whatever you want. D-Mac puts a fight up against the whole entire division. I mean, as expected when you play us twice a year. So that'll be good, but playoffs should be here, I guess. Give or take next week, I guess. Maybe Sunday, Monday. Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's been good though, but the wide receiver that I drafted, Harrell, has done a lot for me. He leads my wide receivers in that, and it's good to have that speed wide receiver. I wish I could spam him as much as I could, but I don't. But see, Fox, I think the dangerous thing about Fox is most of the people in the AFC, in the NFC, he know he can beat. I think there's only a couple people, maybe in NFC that can beat him. So NFC will be interesting, only because if Spivey run into Fox, I have Spivey beating Fox though. Yeah, I have Spivey beating him, and I think the moment, hopefully nobody rushes him to retirement. I spoke to him. Hopefully he don't go to retire. But for the most part, it'll be interesting because I think him having a defensive line with Aaron Donald on the line, I didn't know how scary it was till I got in the Super Bowl. I got demolished every other play. But yeah, I mean, for that part, the AFC and the NFC should be interesting. Next week we only got a couple games that actually matter. Let's see. The Bucks at the Falcons, that's a big game. Bills at Texans, not really. Patriots, no. Oilers at Steelers is a big game because Steelers can't afford to choke away the lead.
And the Oilers are done already?
Yeah, but the Oilers...
No, mathematically he's not done. Mathematically, Tad has to forfeit these, but he has to just lose all his games and Sam has to win out.
But Tad plays the Bills next. Now I'm gonna tell you this: if Oilers play the Steelers and they beat the Steelers have to go play the Browns, and the Browns ain't in a good mood right now to be losing. So if the Steelers drop these 2 games, that's why I have to win out now. But if the Steelers drop these 2 games or 3 games, depending on how good the Orbis user is, the Steelers will lose the division.
I think these new users is actually good. The Packers are nice. He told me the guy you're bringing on competition, I think he just blew me back out. He told me to run the change on everybody out.
Well, I'll tell you who I think will be good though. This Jaguars user. No, wait a minute. Who played yesterday? Somebody played somebody yesterday and was really, really good. Titans user. He's gonna be good. The way I was looking at him play yesterday, he's gonna be really good. But the game of the week, I think, for next week is the Packers at the Rams. because the Packers are in a must-win situation technically. And I heard the Packers really can put on a show to beat them. I think other than that, all the games are Jay versus Ben, Reese versus Chris. Oh, that's the Super Bowl matchup. Yeah.
He's probably 14-0 by that time, so hopefully he's not taking it easy.
Jets at Beats are gonna be good too.
Nah, not to disrespect Beaches, Bill about to blow the brakes off that ass.
I don't know.
Nah, Beaches is good. Don't get me wrong, Beaches is good, but I feel like that man Bill got too much. He if you don't got the right personnel, Bill just has too much. And with Jets struggling at the quarterback position, man, listen.
Man.
And the way Bill uses skills is Bill's gonna pick on that quarterback all game if it come down to it, bro.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to do the next podcast week 16, only because week 15 will tell a lot. Whether Steelers won a division or whether he, is gonna lose it. But good luck to all. That's the end of the podcast today. Next podcast, wait a minute, the last word is Wednesday, so the podcast is Friday. Hopefully earlier though.
Hot bottom cheese,
that's
eh?
it.